Welcome back, my delinquents. Today, we have a case that has been trending around Twitter of VTubers sharing their horrifying interactions with other streamers, ending in some hilarity and some depression, honestly. Some of these stories are crazy, sparked by our creator, Yu, I think. Asking what made an interaction with a streamer not want to come back. And I guess this wasn't just put at streamers because some fans put in their stories, some streamers put in theirs. And honestly, it's very eye-opening to the problems that can go wrong with streaming and how petty people can be. And you know I love a good crazy fan or a crazy streamer story, as long as no one's actually hurt, realistically. As you can see from the last stories, it can be hilarious. And we're going to focus on the hilarity of it, which seems to be the general theme for the early 2025, is everyone's just reflecting and having a laugh at everything that's happened or a cry the previous years. And honestly, I'm all for it. No crazy drama at the moment of someone getting done for some cybercrime. Some hilarity of ridiculousness. Let's get into it. Okay, so this sparked off this conversation by Yu or Yumi. There are those names there, because I'm probably saying it incorrectly, the Yu there. As a streamer, what's something a streamer has done that made you never want to come back to their streams? That's really sparked up a huge conversation between many streamers, including big ones, because it really trended around, and there is some funny ass stories in here, but let's have a look. I want you to tell me, guys, what is the craziest of these stories? Or what made you laugh the most? Top 1 from List Justice. Went into this stream and liked their model and said, I love the VTuber model you have. Immediately was timed out, and their mod told me they banned that word because the streamer doesn't associate with it. Got a lecture from the streamer as well about it. Nothing in the rules. What? What part of that don't they associate with? That's weird. Aurora, I'm going to be real. Aurora always has the craziest stories. If you love crazy stories, Aurora is your girl. Having a very large VTuber show me messages between a group of female VTubers plotting to ensure I never get a leg up in the industry because I had the potential to take their places. I stopped watching all 5 of them. I was only VTubing for 6 months at the time. Okay, I have not come across one personally, but I've heard a few stories and really big ones, the biggest one being Bunny GIF or something. Bunny, someone like that. She's now in real life streamer, I think. This mean girl crap, like groups. Apparently it's more common in cosplay communities and stuff like that, where it's just like 5 or so women and they're just catty as frick and they like plot people's demise and stuff. Like, it's their business. Has all this time, honestly, to be like, yeah, I hate this chick, I will destroy her. It's not super common, but it's more common than it definitely should be, you would think. Actually, most streamer girls, I feel like to portray themselves as a girl's girl. I remember I rated a creator once before I told my community how sweet and nice they were. Then they proceeded to talk about how small the raid was and they've had bigger ones before. I unfollowed and never raided them again from Ouija Boo. I love that name. That's rude as frick. Honestly, that's pretty rude. Aurora still wins on like craziness scale, because of course it's Aurora. But I'll just say this is like rude, and sadly this has happened to me too, where you raid into someone and they complain, or they complain the raid didn't work and stuff like that, or your raid didn't actually do it right, how dare you, or your raid wasn't big enough, or why would you raid me, and stuff like that. Because I understand if it's like they have a maximum of like 3, I have a maximum, I think 3 viewers for raids, just because I've had people in the past that say spam raids to like spam you with stupid stuff, so I've on that, turn that off because you have to at some point. But like getting snooty about how many numbers there are when someone went out of their way to raid you is good as F. VTuber opened up my YouTube home page on stream and started making fun of my low view subscriber count. Played 5 seconds of one of my videos and then said, all right, that's enough of that. Their chat was really kind though, and tried to tell them they were being a dick. I appreciate viewers like that, even if say they're Oshi or whatever. They're like, yeah, you're an asshole. I hate when people just blindly go along with anything, because you're just as bad as the person bullying at that point if you just blindly go along with it. And that one was from Wellhurt. I've also bookmarked a couple in here, not just through the quotes here. Yeah, I planned ahead. From Snickle, Professional V Mommy. Oh my god, I love it. love funny stuff, like funny names like this. Another one. Early in my career, I collabed with someone I don't see around anymore. She muted herself to talk to chat. Pretty normal till I went to check At her VOD, I realized she was shit-talking me to a chat while live with me. I had never felt more humiliated. That is such a C-U-N-T thing to do. I collab with someone just to be an asshole to them. I've seen that too, same with some fans, where they literally just hate watch them, or they're mean to them behind the scenes, but they still go out of their way to be friends with them and collab with them. It's like, bro, have a backbone. If you don't like them, okay, don't interact with them. Don't just be a bitch behind the scenes. There's absolutely no need for that. And that's why I would say when you collab with someone, be wary, like get a check for their vibe, because like, yeah, you can get some real cattiness or some people that really just don't know what you're supposed to do on collabs. Okay. But I was checking the update here because I was curious. I think she got into some kind of controversy and that's why she's not around anymore. I don't really remember her name since I blocked it out from my memory due to the horrible experience. If you're wondering why I only collab with people I know now, this is the reason why. I think every streamer ends up with a reason for this. Mine is the same why I check out a person thoroughly before collabing, and I don't do many because I'm lazy. And also with events, because I have been to some shocking events. Like I was in this 30 event, and the people who made it just started fighting. They had a full-on fight live on everyone's stream. Like this was like 15 people doing this 30. And I was like, nope. And I did it because a friend invited me for them. And I was like, not doing this again. Nope. It was just so awkward sitting there going, okay, all right. Okay, we got one from Aki Faye. I kept constantly getting called out of lurking after just saying hello. Hey, Aki Faye, what do you think of this? Hey, do you want to collab sometime? Are you still there? Did you see that? I wonder what Aki Faye think. Oh, I guess she left. I guess this doesn't interest her. I never went back. That can be really awkward. Even if I don't know why a friendly is, I always say, oh, they were probably busy. Because that's the most common thing of, oh, if they're not here, they're probably busy. Or they're probably working at the same time. Because a lot of people lurk while they work. So I assume if I call out to say, ask someone something, that they're doing something important. Because that's usually how it works. It's not the worst thing I've ever heard. But it's like, it just can feel a bit, ugh. Even as a viewer, like I don't want to be there because I feel like I have to give them all my attention or they'll be unhappy. Oh, I did save her original. Here it is. I saved her original. I didn't realize from Cynical. I rated someone I've long forgotten the name at this point, and she got mad at me for stealing the show from her by rating her. What is that logic? That's some victim complex stuff, honestly. Like, how dare you steal the show of my... What the hell? We got one from Red Bean I've saved here. Let's see why. Don't remember this. A Red Bean Porridge. That's their full name. A VTuber I used to frequent would always greet me so warmly the second I appeared in chat. One day I came in and didn't get my usual warm greeting. Chatting for 10 minutes and getting cold treatment even though they were reading all my messages, I noticed something. I realized my partner badge wasn't turned on like it usually is. Probably turned it off and forgot to turn it back on. I thought to myself, they couldn't possibly have only been greeting me warmly all this time because of my partner badge, right? I decided to send my partner badge back on and send a message. Suddenly I hear them go, Red Bean, hello, how's it going? How are you? Good to see you, man. I couldn't believe it. I never went back there again. Doesn't matter because they're not around anymore. This must have been an omen because apparently about a year later they got cancelled for being a shitty person behind the scenes and also allegedly grooming their underage fans. Okay, that's up there. Not what they did specifically to them other than, it's a bit shallow. The grooming thing, definitely. But this has happened to me. I know a lot of people that will treat you so differently if you have a partner badge. They'll just that doesn't mean anything. Having a partner badge doesn't mean you're a big deal half the time. Anyone with a partner badge will tell you that. Because your numbers go up, down, roundabout, and it depends on your platform too. Like, if you may have Twitch partner, but you're primarily on YouTube, so it's like, does it matter as much? Probably not. But yeah, this happens way more than you think. And it's not a good habit to be in, because that means you're going to treat your fans worse, or your viewers worse, because there's a difference, I guess, there. And they're gonna notice that you treat people differently. Oh, this is from VV. I'm just laughing because I may be guilty of this. Streamer was doing ASMR but left loud, eerie, splitting sound alerts on like FBI open up, which ruined any potential relaxation. They treated it like it was funny, but I couldn't watch support an ASMR who will frighten sleepy viewers for a few dollars. Okay, mainly because I've only done ASMR twice in my life, and I didn't realize any of the stuff on it. They were rewards for some. Same with most of the voice packs that go on that ASMR Dell channel. It's just somewhere like a way to get the only ASMR I've ever done, because I don't do it often, unless it's me mean in some way. I learned that pretty quick, that if you're an actual ASMR viewer, this will burst their eardrums because they have the sound really up. So yeah, I can understand that, especially if you go in there for a relaxing time. I did someone and they straight up ignore my raid. No thank you, no acknowledgement, nothing. I also wished them a good stream and they glazed right over it. And I'm assuming they were focused on the game, but still, I don't know if that's unreasonable. I think it depends. Like, if the alert comes up like that, if they have the alert set up for the raid, they should say thank you. If it doesn't trigger the raid, I leave it, but I still feel it's very awkward. Because if it's under 3, I don't acknowledge it because I don't want to get trolled, as I mentioned earlier. I don't want to get trolled by a lot of people coming in and doing raids of 1, 2, and 3. I know it sucks, but it's just one of those things that can be used against you, so you try and keep it out there. Next up, I've acknowledged his raids. That's why I don't do shout outs for everyone unless I know them or I like the cut of their jib. Because I was playing Warframe and someone raided in and I said thank you, shouted them out, and their chat just harassed me. And so did they. And apparently we checked their VOD later and they organized to harass me because I was a girl VTuber, and I was like, what? What? So I had to change that to not much instance. For me, one time there wasn't many people at a stream, 3 people max, and they kind of ignored me and were too busy with the really awkward, uncharismatic, mean banter to the other 1 or 2 people there. Now I wonder who I may have scared off myself too. Yeah, sometimes if you're too cliquey, you can scare off new viewers. That can be a problem. This happened a long time ago for me. I had a situation where I raided someone whom I know from a mutual friends, assumed they were cool and all, but in return they made fun of my accent in my raid message. Oh, that is so mean. Okay, Crony. Alright, replies are wild. I just saw one that said they made fun of me right next to they pulled their fingernails one by one with a palaya. Honestly, that is extreme inexperience. It can be something so mild and people are so angry about it, and then something so extreme and everyone's like, but that's Mayoshi. That's Mayoshi, bro. Oh my god, okay, well, oh my god, thanks for this. I think they were gonna say something. Wait, you're Mexican. Never mind. Oh, bro. Oh, it's brutal. They were brutalized. That's just some of the highlights I can find. It's been retweeted way more by way more people. They're just the ones off the top of that I can find on the top of the list, so you can get just what's been happening here. Some of the funniest ones. If I find more, I'll share them. Maybe in shorts or something. On the Patreon. But on the free members thing. So check it out, be a free member too, and get some fun stuff. But what do you guys think of this? Do you think it's just a fun little thing? Honestly, it seems pretty harmless, and this rarely happens on Twitter. No one seems to have gotten mad. Oh, amazing. Amazing. No one is mad. This rarely happens. But I think it's really interesting getting to see all the different stories and point of views, be it from viewers or streamers, of their bad interactions. Obviously, it's great to hear some good ones too. That's always great. But it's good to actually see behind the veil and see what can go wrong, because I feel like a lot of people have an idealized version of what streaming, YouTubing, and stuff like that is like. So I think it's good to get the whole picture. It's like when someone's trying to sell you on a career in mining or something. They only tell you the good stuff. They don't tell you you can die in a rock slide or something. They don't tell you that stuff. So yeah, I think it's like refreshing and also hilarious. But let me know in the comment below, what was your favorite story? Did you find a favorite in these that I missed? Let me know. And don't forget to like if you like bunny girls or crazy stories. Disliking isn't an option. That's not allowed. Bye-bye, my delinquents. Till the bunny shines so bright. Clumsy hot flood holds her crown. Busting sassy folks she's found. Up a burp in sight. With a smile she takes the fight. Buns and balls won't break her stride. Caring heart she won't hide. Hot to justice, heart so pure. In cases, that's for sure. Plus the sussy with a wink. Till the comics bad guy sink. Glitch alarms and switching screens. A virtual world, no in-betweens. Karen touch and iron will. Bad guy shiver at her thrill. With a crew she's never alone. Virtual paws break every stone.